Hey guys, what's up? Drew Spidermonkey Lipton here, doing my first ever PFL podcast. Now I don't have any affiliation with the Professional Fighters League. I'm doing this strictly out of my own entertainment, for me, for fun, and for the fight fans. And I'm going to be trying to do every fight that I can, the analysts before as well as after the fights. I'm going to try to keep these under about 5-6 minutes, do the cards from top to bottom, and just give out the quick facts that I have written down. So if you see me looking down, it's just because I have everything written down. To give them the best information that I can as quickly as I can. So let's go ahead and start with the PFL 4 Season 2 in Atlantic City in July 11th, 2019. Now, I am going to murder names. Just get used to it. Hopefully, you know who the heck I'm talking about. So the first fight I have is Bojan Balkalivic versus João Zeffirino. Now, Bojan, he is 1-3 in the PFL, and Zeffirino's 2-1. Most of his wins come from, the subs. So obviously my pick there is Zeffirino by submission. Both guys ground fighters, but Zeffirino just has that veteran, fights to it. So second fight is Gina Fabian, who's 1-1 in kickboxing and no fights in the PFL, versus Morel Jazarniski, and she's 0-2 in the PFL, 3-6 overall in MMA. 3 losses by TKO. So it looks like they're feeding her to Gina, in my opinion, which Gina's probably going to walk away with a round 1 or round 2 knockout. Fight 3 is Bobby Joe Danzel, who's 4-0. She has 2 TKOs, and she's 1-0 in the PFL, versus Larissa Pacheco, who's 11-3. 4 TKOs, 7 subs, and is 0-1 in the PFL and 0-2 in the UFC. So very veteran-like, has lots of fights versus big names. I actually had her circled, Pacheco, to win this, but I'm actually going to switch this over. 4-0, 2 TKOs, 1-0 in PFL. I'm picking a new rising star in the PFL as Bobby Joe Danzel wins, and I'm just going to go ahead and say by decision. So bout 4 of the night, according to SureDog, is Henderson Ferreira, who trains at American Top Team, 14-2 MMA record, 7 KO TKOs, 3-1 in the PFL. Is going to be taking on David Machoud. So very, very good matchup, very good fight here. David Machoud's fighting out of MMA Lab. Yeah, he's 0-1 in the PFL, 14-5 overall, 8 TKOs, KOs, and 4 subs. So again, this is all going off of what I can find on SureDog. And so my pick here is, this is actually one I didn't have circled, but I'm a huge Machoud fan, but it seems like Ferreira here has every advantage. I'm going to go ahead and pick Ferreira by round 3 knockout or TKO. So flip my paper here. All right, so bout 5, we have Sadabo Sai versus Galacio Franca. Now, size 8-4, has 6 KOs, TKOs. He's 2-1 in the PFL. So, he's doing all right, 50-50. Franca is 20-5 overall, 9 KOs, TKOs, 9 subs. He's 1-0 in the PFL. So, obviously, my pick is Franca here by KO, probably round 1 or 2. Bout 6 is actually another big named Andre Fijalo. Trains out of American Kickboxing Association, so American Kickboxing Academy. I don't know why I said association. Don't murder me, internet. AKA. So 10-2, 7 KOs. He's got 2 losses by TKO, and he's 0-1 in the PFL. And then he's taking on Zane Kamaka out of Hawaii, 13-4, 5 KOs, 4 subs. He's 0-1, but his loss was against Ray Cooper. Seems like a stand-up battle here, but I'm going to just go ahead and say Fijalo's a little more technical, a little more savvy, and picks up the win by decision. Also one I didn't have circled until now. All right. Bout 7 looks like Ray Cooper versus John Howard. Now, Ray Cooper's 18-5, 5-1 PFL. Obviously, went to the finals last year. 12 KOs, TKOs, 6 subs versus everybody knows who John Doomsday Howard is. 27-15. He's 2-1 in the PFL. So, again, easy pick here. Ray Cooper by KO, round 2 or round 3. probably pretty quick in those rounds. I want to say in the first minute of round 2 or 3, Cooper's going to be getting the knockout. About 8 is Sarah Kaufman. Everybody knows Sarah Kaufman. 1-0 PFL, 21-4 overall, 10 TKOs. All 3 of her losses by sub. And she's taken on Roberta Samad from Brazil. She's 5-1. She's got 3 TKO KOs, 1 sub. Her only loss was from Julia Budd, so very tough girl. And she's 1-0 in the PFL. But because of who Kaufman is, I'm picking Kaufman by decision just because of who she is. All right, on to the co-main event according to SureDog, which can always change. But it is Kayla Harrison, who is 4-0 from American Top Team, 2 TKOs, 1 sub. She's 4-0, so all pro wins come from PFL. And then she's taking on Morgan Ferrer, 4-2 from Apple Valley, California. She has 3 KOs, 1 sub. Her losses from submission and her other losses from decision. She's 0-1 in the PFL, and she's a Gladiator Challenge vet. And, SoCal organization, very small. So my pick here is Kayla Harrison by just domination. I'm going to even go as far as saying she wins in the first 2 minutes of the fight. But even if it goes further, it's just going to be complete domination by Harrison. And then this takes us on to the main event, whose name I cannot pronounce at all. Magomed. Yeah, you know who I'm talking about. PFL champion last year, 6-0 in PFL, 24-5 overall, 10 TKOs, 8 subs. He has 3 submission losses, 2 decision losses, but he has 3 straight finishes as well. He's on a huge win streak. But he's taken on Chris Action Man Curtis. Now, I don't think anyone's going to beat Maganov anytime soon, but this man might give him a run for his money. He trains out of Ohio from Team Vision. He's 21-5, 10 TKOs, KOs, only 1 sub. He has 1 loss from submission, and then all 4 losses are from decision. So he doesn't get finished. He's 1-0 in PFL over Fialo. He was a winner on Dana White's summer series there, and he's on an 8-fight win streak. So I think he's going to come in. He's going to give Maganov all that he can handle, probably show some holes in his game. Overall, Magomed wins by decision, I think. But I think it's going to be a way better fight than everyone's thinking. Anyways, I didn't keep it under 6 minutes. Now almost at 8. But hopefully you enjoyed the first installment of this series. All right, have a good night. Later.